This is a bizarre story where both neighbors and police couldn't believe their eyes. More than a dozen racehorses roaming neighborhoods in Canton and Perry Township early this morning. And one of those horses died after falling through an icy lake. As Bob Jones reports, a man is now facing charges, accused of deliberately releasing the prized horses from a barn.
Canton police say around 5:30 this morning, a man identified as 28-year-old Jonathan Ford opened a door to this white barn you see behind me here at the Stark County Fairgrounds. He let 15 racehorses get out. They headed as a pack this way to the south and to the west and into neighborhoods. But sadly, one horse didn't return. Body camera video rolling before the sun came up captured the bizarre scene with several neighbors and drivers spotting horses roaming front yards, sidewalks, and streets in Canton and nearby Perry Township.
All black horse broke out of the fairground stables over there, and it was running down the middle of Wirtz Avenue.
Volunteers joined police who had the unusual task of rounding up the horses that normally race at Northfield Park.
Basically, their goal was just to corral them, just to try and keep them where they were at until we could get a hold of the proper people to come and get them back to where they belong.
Within 2 hours, 14 of the 15 horses were found safe and returned to the fairgrounds. But the last one, a male horse, was trapped and treading water after falling through ice 200 yards out on Myers Lake.
We treat, those recoveries and rescues just as if it was a person. We're going to do everything in our power to execute a rescue.
Canton Township Fire Chief Chris Smith and a team of firefighters organized the difficult rescue.
We were able to get the boats deployed within about 20 minutes of getting there. Probably made it about halfway to the horse. We just had to break through a lot of ice and try to get there. It was just very labor intensive.
But as rescue crews made it about halfway, the horse could no longer stay afloat and died.
For something like that to happen, it's tough for me to wrap my mind around, how that could happen and why that would happen.
Hard to understand because according to police, Jonathan Ford confessed he opened the barn and released the horses on purpose.
He did make a comment that the horses wanted to be free.
The senior fair board and everybody involved, just, our deepest condolences and sympathy to the owners.
The 14 horses are now back in the barn, a vet doing checkups on all of them and the owners asking for privacy. Meanwhile, Ford is charged with inducing panic and disrupting public service. And with one of the horses dying, he could also face animal cruelty counts.
These are very valuable creatures, but more importantly, when you lose one of these, it's not just about the money. Someone loved this horse.
In Canton, Bob Jones, News 5.